Hello and welcome back to Grand Arena Championships. This is Heathen 13, and this is our final round of the 3v3 season. As you can see, I have already hit Kyber, did that last round, and so this last round is just gravy. If I can win it, great. If I don't, doesn't matter at all. I am matched up against somebody named Janduin. And let's see how we match up. Alright, so on the hotbot, you can see I do have the majority of the green, but he does have a couple things in his favor. So let's take a look at how that breaks down. When we look at overall statistics, you can see, like I said, I do have the advantage. But he does have quite a few offensive wins. 674 to my 770. He also has quite a few defends. I expect a tough matchup. Looking at our rosters, I do have a slight GP advantage overall, but he holds the slight advantage when we're looking at top 80 and top 65. It shows that I have a 5 Zeta advantage, but actually that's not true because when I ran this hotbot, it was after I had put Zetas on General Anakin Skywalker and Watt. So we're basically even on Zetas. I have a really slight advantage on speed. I do have more G13s, but he has more G12s and more G11s, so he's got a deeper roster than I do. And while I do have again, slight advantage on the mods, relic levels, we're very similar in terms of overall levels, but he has 5 tier 6 relics, and I don't have anything over a tier 5. Let's take a look at his actual roster here for a moment, because it is interesting. One thing that's very interesting to me, if we look at his ships, he runs Home 1 in Arena, and he actually doesn't have a Negotiator or a Malevolence. So I actually played into my defensive strategy. I'll explain that in a second. You can see he also is running gas in Arena, and all 4 of his clones that go with gas are Relic tier 6. In fact, when you look at his Gear 13s, he's got Grievous, he's got his clones, he's got Brood, and he's got a little bit of some Basilisk Shawn Fallen, and everything else is Gear 12. So I took that into account when I was looking at thinking about a strategy for the defense of his against him, because he is not on SWGOH.gg. So I was kind of flying blind. So let's take a look at the board. We've got just under an hour. He has not attacked either. So let me show you what I tried to do. I set my Darth Revan, Basilisk Shawn Fallen, and Malik down here on the south. I figured if he kept his clones on offense, he might be able to get through that. But if you put him on defense, that I wasn't sure he had anything that could beat it. Maybe through multiple teams against it, he could get through. But I tried to make my south zone harder so that he would want to steer up north. You can see up north, they're not terrible teams, but they're not amazing. A Separatist team, Basila-led Jedis, this Maul Marauder group, and then Minute Dooku. I'm hoping that he would be steered to the north, because then I would funnel him to my ships, and I put Negotiator on defense. Now, he hasn't attacked. I don't know if he will. Again, it's the last round of 3v3. He might have just been happy to get his banners for setting defenses, and that's good enough. But we're going to see what we can do against his defense. And you can see he put both Revan squads up north. His Jedi Knight Revan is up here. His Darth Revan squad's up here. He's got a Palpatine and a Bastila Jedi. And then down south, he put all those clones down south. So Shaak Ti with 2 of them, and Gas with the other 2, and then Akira-led Mission Zalbar. So what I'm going to do, because I don't even know if he's going to attack, honestly, at this point. I don't think I have to clear a lot to win. So, and like I said, I'm not worried about banners. I've already made Kyber. So I'm going to go ahead and focus on the top, see if I can get through that top zone. If I can get through the top zone and ships, then I'll work on the bottom. If I struggle on the top, I'll start using my teams that I've saved for the bottom up top just to make sure I clear a couple zones. So with that said, let's get into it and let's go after this Darth Revan squad. It is the toughest one. I do have my Padme, and I'm hoping that that will be enough. So we shall see. I'm always worried about getting stuck on Malik. If that happens, I'll have crew to back him up. Or I might just die. Let's see if I can get Bastila. Wow, I'm just getting wrecked. Not good. Not good, Bob. Okay, so, frankly, I don't think I'm going to beat that squad. I don't think I have anything to beat that squad with. So I'm not even sure I'm going to clear a single zone here. So the question is, do I want to continue trying to get through this top zone? Or do I want to just go after the bottom? Again, I don't think I have to. I'm not worried about winning. So it's more of an experimentation thing at this point. Okay, so after some consideration, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how I do on some of the other teams in this zone. And if I can get through them, then I will go ahead and try and get through this Darth Revan. I think my chance of getting through Darth Revan is just as good as getting through either of those clone squads down south. So we're going to see if my Traya team can get through this Jedi Knight Revan. Basically the plan here is just stall out until I can get Nihilus. His annihilates and do my best to try to take out Yoda in the process, or at least slow Yoda down. He's the threat. So it'd be great if they stopped attacking Nihilus, because he's the whole key to this. Actually, I'm going to work on Jolee just because he's available, and I hate Foresight. Oh, and there goes my Traya. So not looking good on that. So this is not looking like it's going to work either. This is one of those situations where if I had been able to scout him on SWGOH.gg, I maybe would have kept some different squads, tried some different things, but not being able to see what he normally does is a huge disadvantage, especially if he ended up scouting me, which I don't know that he did. He might not have at all. But, and like I said, at this point, he hasn't even attacked me. So he might be just sitting and waiting for me to attack. Who knows? Come on, Nihilus. Live through this, buddy. Nope, 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 nope. Ugh. So that's done as well. My plan on this Bastila team was to take this throwaway team I kind of put together. There was just a lot of damage, and I don't feel like his team here poses any threat in terms of damage wise. I mean, Bastila has some, but I figured between all of the damage that these three put out, maybe it would be enough. So, who knows? Maybe not. Maybe there's still not enough damage. This is obviously a timeout team that they're running. Oh, and Scavray just doesn't have it. At this point, I haven't even worked through the bonus protection. So this was a fail as well. Their team's holding up way better than my Basila Old Ben team does, I think. And maybe that's just the Plo. I really wasn't looking at this team as being a threat, honestly. So I'm surprised. Now, his Old Ben doesn't have the Zetas. In fact, his Old Ben is only gear 10. His Plo is only gear 11. See if I can take out Plo in one shot. Nope. Wow, not even close. My HK is pretty resilient. He's gear 4, so I'm just going to throw it on auto and see if he can churn through this eventually. All of the come on, attack Old Ben. All the stuns are super annoying though. So we'll go through Old Ben first. Hopefully. Alright, then we'll see if he can churn through Plo. So, turned out this team I put together wasn't really much of a team. It was much more of just, hey, HK is Relic 4, and he should be able to win. And IG-88 and Scavray pretty much didn't do anything. So, that's fine. Whether or not HK can get through Basila or not, yeah, it looks like he will. I might as well have just done this as a solo, honestly. So, there we go. A 47. It worked, but not well at all. And I still don't know what I can do to get through those other squads. So, yeah. Break time while I try and figure that out. Alright, so we're giving up on the bottom zone completely. Let's see, did he see me attack and start attacking? No, 35 minutes to go. I don't think he's going to attack at all. So I'm going to go ahead and take my CLS team here. The goal is just to get Basil out as quick as I can. If I can get him out, then I will come in with Bosk to see if I can get down Revan and Malik. Oh, come on. Not what I like to see. Not what you like to see at all. That's rough, man. Alright, so I'm not going to beat that team. I threw my 2 best offensive squads against him that I'd kept, and that's not going to happen. So we're going to go ahead and take my crew team against here, which is who I thought I was going to take. Oh, I have my own Jedi Knight Revan team as well, which I wasn't even thinking about. Well, maybe I do have other options. So maybe I shouldn't burn my crew. I don't think I'm going to beat that Darth Revan. At this point, I'm just picking off a couple squads here and there. So, yeah, let me take out the Palpatine team, and then I'll mirror match that, I guess. Alright, so the idea here is just kill Palpatine as quick as I can. He's the one who scares me. But even then, you know, the crew team really handles debuffs so well. So there goes Palpatine, and see if we can't get some protection back. Let's stun Vader. Let's kill Vader, actually. And looks like Executioner might be able to get back his protection. Crew is not going to, but that's alright. If I can get a 53 out of this, that will be at least one decent victory. There we go. Alright. So this is going to be incredible. I don't think I'm going to clear a single zone. Okay, so the only question here is, do I attempt to take my Jedi Knight Revan against his Darth Revan? Or do I attempt to just do a mirror match? I think I'm going to have to do a mirror match. I think the Jedi Knight Revan is just going to be wasted on the Darth Revan squad. Now my problem is I already turn meter loaded his team, so he's got the advantage there. But I'm just going to trust that my guys are better geared, and I like to think I'm smarter than the computer. So we'll see about that. We'll see if I'm actually smarter than computer or not. There's his savior. Of course, he's working on Jolie. And without having a tank to protect Jolie, I'm expecting him to go down pretty quickly. And hopefully this is going to do it. Oh, so close. Throw it back and take him out. Alright. So now I can start worrying about spreading buffs and getting my foresight up and all that. And this is pretty much done. I guess I should have done this right when I pivoted, and I honestly kind of forgot that I had this squad in the back slated for the bottom zone, but that's okay. A victory is a victory. So I don't think I have anything that will churn through this team. I'm gonna go down south and I'll take out this mission Salbar team. So I'm gonna attempt the old Wampa 3PO Hoda team that of course is super famous, that everybody knows about, that nobody has ever done before. I don't know, I'm sure somebody's done it before. We'll go ahead and get Kira out from the get-go. Hopefully I get Confuses up on Zalbar so he won't be able to taunt here in a moment. And hopefully my Wampa is tanky enough to survive. Which may not happen. It's rough getting the Confuse on Wampa so early. But, you know, Hoda's here to keep him topped off, but definitely making it more difficult. There we go. It's definitely making it more difficult having that daze on Wampa, missing out on all of the calls from 3PO. So I'm just going to put Confuse there instead. But just a matter of time. I think Wampa's ramped up enough that should start hitting pretty hard, or is hitting pretty hard. There we go. Alright, so this team worked for 52. All right, so at this point, I'm going to throw a bunch of teams at. I'm going to throw a bunch of teams at the Darth Revan squad and see if I can't break through them somehow, some way. My best option, I think, is going to be my boss team. I don't think I'm not even going to attack those ones. He's got 25 minutes left, hasn't attacked yet either. So you're going to see a whole little montage here of a bunch of defeats as I throw all my teams against him. Okay, well, sadly, that's it for me. I'm done. I was only able to kill 4 teams total. I really underestimated what he was going to put on defense. Kind of a bummer to play against somebody who does this, but, I guess if that's how he has fun, then great. It was surprising to me based on what his lifetime stats were. I really thought he was going to go harder on offense than he did. But like I said, maybe he just decided he wanted wanted the banners from setting his defenses, and that was it. I'll check in one more time just to make sure, I'm 20 minutes left, that he doesn't attack and beat me. But this might actually end up being a win for me, even only clearing 4 teams. So I'm sure I could have played it a little more smart than I did. You don't go into it thinking that your teams are going to fail. So in any event, I'll check back and then we'll see where we're at. Okay, we've got less than a minute left in the attack phase. Let's see if he ever did come back to attack. And he did not. So with my worst showing ever on offense in only clearing 4 squads total, I'm going to get the victory because Janduin never attacked. So I guess I'm happy about that. I guess I kind of don't care. I've enjoyed this 3v3 season, but I'm happy to get back to 5v5. Thank you so much for watching all season long, and I will see you next season.